I kind of want to hear what your predictions on this one are.
Well, no matter what I predict, they always seem to go a little backwards. So, I'm gonna give my best shot at this one. You mentioned their two top teams, and I would have to agree, as Houston and Calgary actually both played pretty recently, and I know you were part of the Houston game that happened. Houston went up against your team, the Miami Neon, and lost 8-6 in an unfortunate fashion. I think there was some connection issues or something like that with Houston, but it doesn't matter as you guys secured the win, and Houston got at least 1 point, so that's neat. And Calgary, talk about a big day, day 18, which was on last Thursday, I believe. Calgary won twice in a row against Anaheim and then my Stormwatch. Unfortunate. Won 7-2 both games. So these teams are both warmed up, ready to go, and I have Calgary taking this one. They've just looked incredible these past couple of play days, and I had them taking this one 7-4. I don't know about you, Ozzy. Let's hear your prediction, actually.
7-4. I'm a little. I got some people in my ear on this, but I was thinking Calgary 7-5. But I mean, it's no knock towards Houston. Them in a 5v5. It's a tough team to play against, no matter where you are. So it's going to be a close game either way, I believe. But
Yeah.
Calgary has a lot of experience on Chalet. They've played it, and I believe 4 times now in Hyper Series alone. So interested to see how this one goes.
Yes, I think we all are. This is a top three matchup, I think, so far this season. We got the two top five teams going head to head here as we look at the bans. They're going to go with, on attack, they're going to ban Jackal and Nomad. Pretty normal attacker bans. And then on defense, they're going to take out the Mira and the Echo. So I like that Echo ban, especially because he can be so dangerous, especially on the top floor map where he basically is your plant denial and he can just set his drones up anywhere he wants. I don't know your thoughts about that, but let's get your expert take on both of these operator lineups. Hey, we got some interesting operators coming out here.
For Calgary, it's kind of normal. They got Zat and Williams, on their entries with the Yana and Ash. There's some G36 warriors. I'll tell you that much. From experience. And Jimmer, he's, I believe, might be the top fragger of the season so far. But I also believe that for Calgary as well. And he's more of a flexible kind of guy. He's not usually the first one in, but he can definitely get the job done. And he's switching over to the sledge because they're in basement. They're going to do a little vertical work here. And from what I know about Calgary, they're going to do a split take. They're going to open the front wall first, and they're going to go for that side wall in the back of Wine. But Houston has the stuff to deny. They got the Cade, they got the smoke, they got the Azami. Cover some angles. Stop plant. And hopefully that Solus works to either stop some entries into the building or maybe deny plant.
Yes, so that Solus will be putting in work, as we've seen a lot of Solus being played, especially on this Chalet map, as we have round number 1 underway. And I would also like to point out Houston's names are going to be a little difficult. I don't know what it is. I think console just needs to get better with having people have the same username. It's just kind of going to be difficult, so bear with us on that, as they're going to try to breach the main wall, and they're going to get it not open, as I believe an impact trick going out. I don't think they notice. I think they ran away from it. I guess he used both of his thermite charges. Oh no, he still has one remaining, as I don't know why they're not attempting to breach that wall further, but we move as they are now going to push towards the back of the site. Backyard stairs is where Triax is, as well as his Yana. So they are well in to the basement, and they are going to try to breach into site. We'll see how that works as a frag grenade going out, but it is going to get captured by the Wamai disc. The person behind the Azami barricade is going to back up, and now Triax with the thermite going to get the wall. Williams going to take damage with the Ash, and is eventually going to get taken out by UK, and Zaddy going to get a kill right back. Gunfire from both sides. Philly is going to get his kill. And Thermite is going to plant this. Sparks gets a kill right back. Sparks can't find the Yana, but Sparks has time, and the smoke canisters are not going to be enough, as he is now not being able to deny plant a 3v2 situation. We'll see what the defenders can do. It's Spark and Yours versus Triax, Jimmer, and Zaddy. We'll see how this goes. It says, oh my goodness. Oh, wow. What domination by the attackers there, just killing them both back to back. And what a round to start off for Calgary.
Yeah, so from what I saw there, the front wasn't impact tricked. It looked like they got the glitch. So, they destroy the hard wall, but the soft wall stays up. So I think they just decided, focus the backside, and I don't know if they saw, a weakness in it, or, just they decided, full rush it, take the plant, cover, but it worked. So, interested to see how Houston's gonna, adjust to that on this top floor.
We'll see if they can adjust, and knowing Houston, they will, as they've been a very flexible team these past couple of play days. We'll see if that doesn't change. And you mentioned the glitch. I was very confused on that, because I was curious why they were running away from that, and then I saw one of the defenders peek out towards the garage and the wall was blown. So these glitches are going to be something that Ubisoft is going to fix, but knowing them, they're probably not going to get it done, as round number 2 is getting set up, and these operator lineups, looking a little bit interesting. I like Yuke on the Mozzie there. I think he plays a very good Mozzie. He's definitely a fragger, so we'll see if he can't get a couple of kills. And then Vac on the Mute. Mute is the best defensive operator in the game. Hands down, best defensive operator, no debate. He's just the most balanced, and he can put in work. So let's see if Vac can put in work, as we're going to have an early spawn peek from the Mozzie. I don't think anybody's going to come over there, and nobody ended up going over there, as the Mozzie is just going to look out into the empty abyss and wonder where his opponents are, as they are on the opposite side of the building, pushing the library. As Ash has finally breached open the window, they're going to start to push the Izami. The only thing separating them between them and the site, and the Izami has now backed up because she realizes, oh crap, there's 4 of them pushing into my location. Jimmer is the only one not pushing that location. Going to push the main window, as Williams has already pushed into the mezzanine. A beautiful kill onto User, as he is now on the mezzanine stairs. Now fireplace stairs. Gonna creep down to the first floor, and that's where his teammate is back. He's on rappel at the main door. We have 3 attackers upstairs, 2 attackers below, and no defenders really in sight. There's one defender coming up from the basement. Is gonna be near Lower Astro. Gonna try to get a pick onto one of the attackers. Is not gonna do so. These defenders are not in a good spot. They have attackers pretty much taking over that whole fireplace side, as they're going to sit their butts down into sight. These attackers are going to slowly make their way towards them like a flock of angry birds, as they are breached the wall now, which is very good to hold that angle from the fireplace stairs. And I believe that is going to be Jimmer who is going to hold the fireplace stairs, and his gun skill, he's going to get done. As a plant going down from Triax, let's see if they can deny it. I don't think they're going to, as Vac has popped open the hatch, and without a plant denial, they're going to get the plant down. And UK is going to watch that hole. He cannot find a kill. He's trying to find the kill onto the person in the library. He's in a bad spot, and the person in the library is going to kill him. That will be Phil, and Jimmer is going to get a kill onto Sparks, and it is a 4v1. Let's see if Vac can clutch it up. He gets one. Can he get a second? No, he can't. Triax with the handy dandy Thermite's gun is going to do the job just right. What a round again from Calgary, just kind of shutting Houston down on the defense.
Yeah, from what I've seen from Calgary here is normally they have an issue when they're playing with Williams and Zap. Those 2 usually don't play, so well into the team aspect. They're usually off doing their own thing, or, just trying to find picks wherever they can, by themselves. They'll drone themselves in, and it'll basically be a 4v5 strat sometimes. So, by the looks of it, they seem to, reel those guys in, get them to play where they need them, and, just make those openings.
That is a very astute observation, and I would agree. At the beginning of the season, kind of looks like they were doing their own thing, but you know, that's what practices are for, and getting to know your team definitely can help with that, and knowing what playstyle suits your very needs. As Williams has been a player that I've kept my eye on, he's not necessarily, doesn't necessarily play fragging ops. As I casted his game against Anaheim, where he was on Villa, I believe, and he played a lot of Monty and a lot of support operators, and he got the job done. He also played a lot of Ash as well, who is technically a frag operator, but he's been really good at isolating picks and winning gunfights, and that's something that is very important. And I think something else to talk upon the Calgary's gun skill is also their droning. Their droning is excellent, especially just thoroughly. They don't drone a whole lot, but they drone when they need to, and they drone at the right times. And that is what is going to get them kills. As round number 3 is going to start up, the defenders are still setting up the site. We have pretty much the same lineup as last time, except User A is going to go that Valkyrie, gather some intel, and oh my goodness, Yuke is going to get taken out by Jimmer. Just a 1-2 punch, and Jimmer is going to get his first kill of the round. He is now 4-0, so we'll see if he can finally die. Knowing him in Calgary, not going to be the case anytime soon, as they do have a Flores, an excellent pick from Zaddy. He's going to send it in, get rid of the Azamis, and now there's no protection for the poor Azami, as Monkey is going to sit and watch that window. Hopefully an attacker will try to engage her in a gunfight, as Triax has made his way over to the mezzanine. He's going to attempt to get wall. We'll see if he can be stopped, as it doesn't look like there's a fender very close to him. And as I say that, User A is going to get a kill from the top of the stairs. A very good kill. And now she's in library, gets another kill. That's the Fuser. Can she get another one? She knows one's nearby. Will they swing her? Yes, they do. That's Williams down. User A taking matters into his own hands here. 3v2 now, but Jimmer gets a kill. It's now 2v1. Can User A get the 4-piece? Oh, yes, he can. No, that's an ace. User A just aced. I didn't realize he had the ace, and oh my goodness, took matters into his own hands, and that's the power of Houston, baby. One person stepping up and taking control the whole round. Oh my goodness, Ozzy.
Yeah, we see a little bit where that Nomad ban comes into play. I believe that was Houston's ban. It makes sense. They're defending first. They were down 0-2, so you kind of got to get a little more aggressive. And they're playing with a sub Monkey SK. Is a free agent in Hyper, so they're a little off right now, I guess you could say. But that round coming from him, massive to give you some morale for the team and just get you right back on track where you need to be.
And that's something that's massive for Houston, is they have a lot of individual performers. I feel like on their team, they have a team that has so much gun skill, and you saw it there. Just the pure gun skill coming out from User A to get all 5 of those kills, and all of his kills have come from that round. So he's finally warmed up and ready, and it's going to switch off the Valkyrie for this first floor hold, this bar hold, and is going to go a Jaeger instead. A very good pickup, especially just denying those grenades that Jimmer likes to huck at them sometimes. And Jimmer has been very good at grenades, especially on the Villa map. Just a play day ago, he used grenades to his advantage, and I think Houston realizes the danger of Jimmer's grenades, and even with the Yana pickup, the grenades are still going to be a factor as round 4 is underway, and it's a 2-1 lead for Calgary. We'll see how this split goes. I'm predicting a 3-3 split, but who knows? As Yuke is going to spawn peek, going to get a lot of damage onto Triax, and that's a very good spawn peek coming out from Yuke. Finally getting some use out of those spawn peeks, and I believe that's the 3rd time he's spawn peeked that. Not particularly sure though, as it is still a 5v5, but Triax is on a sliver of health. Now the attackers circling the building, gonna try to figure out where to attack from. And that's the Jaeger who's peeking out that main window, trying to deny the rappel, and maybe he's going to go to that same spot, and I stand corrected. So he's now on trophy stairs, and gonna get droned out by the attackers, as they are right below the main window onto the site. And as this drone phase is going down, Ayana is actually upstairs at the moment. Jimmer is going to try to get a kill onto the person in the trophy area. We'll see if he can do it. They're pinging him, and that is the drone power coming out from Calgary. Jimmer has a lot of intel in this situation, but the defender has smartly ran away or repositioned themselves. We'll see. It seems to be a reposition as they're now prone behind the desk. We'll see if this ends up being a kill for Jimmer or if it'll be a kill for the defender as they are now yellow pinging him. And it is not going to be a good yellow ping because he is still behind the desk. He's now going to stand up. This is a dangerous swing from Yana, and it shows as Useray on the Jaeger going to get one more, and they cannot stop this man right now. Another attacker going to try his hand at defeating Useray. He doesn't know that he's prone, or maybe he does. A beautiful, beautiful pre-fire from Zaddy, and that's a kill right back to give Calgary an advantage. But as I say that, Monkey, the sub, coming in, getting a kill on Williams, and that's a big pick, especially on Williams' Ash, as Sparks is going to hold the site from upstairs. Same with the Azami of Monkey. And it is now a 3v3, a battle to the death, as Trax still on low health from that Mozzie spawn peek from Yuk is going to attempt to push in and get a pick before he eventually dies, and it's not going to work, but it's a trade going out. The zombie behind her own barricade is going to rotate down the fireplace area. Lower fireplace now is going to swing out, but unbeknownst to her, there's somebody above her. It's now a 1v1 situation. Phil versus Sparks. Who will win this battle? Wamai versus Thatcher. Wamai is gonna swing it. Not gonna get the kill. It's Thatcher on the doorway. A grenade coming out. A very smart play. But who can win the gunfight? Oh my goodness. They're circling the desk. It's ring around the rosy. And Sparks is gonna win that game every day of the week. What a round. What a round by Houston.
Yeah, that's that spawn pick we saw in the beginning. I believe that was the third round in a row we have seen. We've seen him do that. Last round, or the most recent, not most recent round, I guess, sorry, was the one where Jimmer picked him off the windows. He was trying it. He got a little damage that time, but still hasn't gotten a pick from it. So I wouldn't wish to see him do it again, as it hasn't really panned out too well, other than a little bit of damage for him. But, moving on from that guy they had droned out in kitchen and trophy, they kind of sent Jimmer in there alone on him, and because of that, he was able to pick off Jimmer, and I believe Williams was the second one.
Yes.
Before they managed to finish him off, and I think that was a little bit of the issue there. Instead of setting up a pinch or getting subvert on him, because they had somebody directly above him, like right on the hatch. So I'd like to see him get a little more active on that guy than just info with one person chasing. But other than that, they played a clean game, got it down to a 1v1. Unfortunately, where Phil couldn't finish the job, but Mai had a power position inside of Bar, so it's a tough one to win. But we got the game tied up 2-2 now, so this is everything we're hoping for so far.
Yeah, it's everything that this matchup was said to be in the pre-show. And, you see these two teams, you think of these two teams, you think top dogs, and they're definitely battling it out here. As I predicted a split, and by the looks of it, it's just going to be a split, as Houston has won these last two rounds. We'll see if Calgary doesn't have a response for them on the attack. Jimmer again going to go that sledge. Jimmer with the sledge is very patient. We'll see if he can't get a kill here to increase his kill count to 6. He is now leading the team with 5. And on the other side, we still have Useray leading the kill count with 6. So a very good job from Useray and Jimmer individually, but we'll see how these teams fare, as the Thunderbird is going to get droned out of the library area. A very good drone, as a pre-placed nitro cell is going to be detonated. And they're going to collapse on her very quickly. This is the power of Calgary and their droning. They can't quite get the job done onto the library, so they will head into mezzanine, as there's an awaiting Mozzie. That's the Mozzie of Yuk, who finally gets a kill onto the Williams. The Ash of Williams. Another kill coming out from Phil. He's going to get Yuk right back. A good trade, as Phil has taken some damage, though. But a trade is a trade nonetheless. Houston has a slight advantage, barring their health, and Vac is gonna peek that doorway where one is going to be there. We'll see if he can't get a pick onto, I believe that is the sledge of Jimmer, who's going to pop out a frag grenade. And yes, it is Jimmer who's going to bust down the door. Will Vac swing this? It's looking like he will, and Jimmer takes care of it right then and there for his 6th kill of the game. Sparks is going to get taken out from Zaddy. It's now 4v2. Monkey and Yuzure are going to be stuck in an unfortunate spot as they have total top control on these poor defenders on site. We'll see if they can't do anything about it, as they still have their top frag remaining. Yuzure, who is actually upstairs near the library area and is going to get downed by Phil. Phil is having a round for himself, and Monkey unfortunately peeks the wrong place at the wrong time. If that isn't siege timing, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I wanna talk about that Mozzie on top Mez, because by the looks of it, they either misdroned him or just didn't drone it at all, which is something you can't be doing, especially if you're doing a library push. That's the most common spot you'll have somebody sitting, and it was just unfortunate that they just didn't drone him and he got that pick. They had a guy on the K9 window, so I'm not really sure, what Jimmer was looking at there, but he refragged it out with the castle and just immediately, afterwards got on cams. He didn't rush in. He didn't just swing anything he didn't have intel on. He sent out a ping for his teammate who got the frag onto, I believe, the Wamai, who was playing piano. And then after that, they all just collapsed on site. Just beautiful execution from Calgary on that one.
Yes, and that is what Calgary strives to do every single round, as they just collapse onto their opponents. But Houston has done a decent job on the defense. They've caught Calgary lacking a few times, and that was no exception for Yuke, as he caught one of them lacking. I personally did not see him over in that corner, and I know the attackers did not, as he got a kill, but it isn't enough to bring him positive. The only positive KD on their team is going to be Yuzure, hoping to change that once this round commences. We'll see if that ends up happening, as Sparks is going to go a very good soulless play. I love the soulless play, especially on this top site. Just going to help deny the plant. We'll see if the soulless can actually be of use, or Calgary will sniff them out. We'll see if that is the case. But I want to toss it to you a little bit, Ozzy. I'm curious about how you think this round is going to go, because if Houston don't win this round, they're in a pretty big hole, I would say. Having the Calgary Dubs teams just take the lead is not something you want.
No, but after this round, they'll be switching to attack as Jimmer takes out Uwick on top Mez. Luckily that time they droned him out. Didn't let him get a free pick on somebody. So good job for them cleaning that one up. Yeah, Houston's going to be on attack after this one. I think they'll fare a little better on attack because they're a more aggressive team. They'll get in there quick. They should have been in there by yesterday, and they will be. So I think when they switch sides, whether they go down here 4-2 or tied up at 3-3, it'll look a little better on their side of things.
We'll hope so, as Thermite has finally breached the wall. And for Houston's sake, they're down a man. We'll see if anything changes as they finally get a pick. It's Sparks onto Jimmer. 2 staples going head-to-head. And Sparks is going to win that battle, as he's going to rotate back up the solar stairs. And the attackers completely have fireplace control, as per usual. But let's see if they can't do anything with it, as I believe one member of the attack is going to try to head down the stairs, and one of them is actually pressuring them from the window. It'll be the Twitch of Zaddy, who's going to attempt to try to swing, I would hope, as they're finally looking at the breach, and that's where Triax is going to take a little damage from Monkey. Oh, a Twitch just ran in on him and took him out, but not before Yuzure could get a kill, but Yuzure gets taken out from Zaddy. Zaddy is cleaning house right here. Zaddy with 3, can he get 4? Zaddy's heading into sight, and oh my goodness, this kid's incredible.
Yeah, he found an opening there, and he took it. He didn't want, tied up going, switching half, because he knows how dangerous Houston can be. And he's just got that F2 in hand, even with the, most recent nerf. still fries people. As you know, they were going in there with a little lack of intel, but he didn't care. He swung them, won the fights, and just stole that round for Calgary.
I mean, that was an incredible play. Just running in there, taking care of the Azami. Takes some guts, and he definitely displayed that he had some guts. And then immediately running into sight, taking care of a very good user A who was unknowing of his position, prone, waiting for one of the attackers to head through the doorway, and then killing somebody onto the doorway who swung him, and then finally getting that fourth kill onto the prone. I believe that was Solus. The Solus of Sparks, I believe, who was just prone on the floor. And that's going to be a 4-piece for him. A very good 4-piece. And, you know, I will say, Zaddy is having a game so far, the top fragger of his team. And, you know, that's something to look forward to. Just having so many kills, you kind of feel like you're on your game. And it's going to be Zaddy and Useray who are going to be the respective top frags. We'll see if they can have more of an effect on the game than they've already had. As we roll switch here, it is now going to be Houston on the attack, Calgary on the defense. We'll see if Houston can do some damage on the attack, even with a sub who is not doing that badly, considering that he is an E-sub. Been doing pretty decently for this Houston team, and I will say they've had a bit of a turnaround since the cheating allegations against Vancouver. And Uik is gonna go downstairs and gonna get shot in the back, and he's just gonna keep on running. He's a track star as he's gonna get caught out by Zaddy. Didn't ADS one time, and that's gonna be an unfortunate pick, but Triax is gonna be downed. I don't know from what. I'm assuming a grenade toss, but I don't see a grenade being used. I believe it was just the gun skill, but User A is going to try to Twitch throw him. Triax is in some trouble here if he doesn't get picked up, and I believe he is going to be picked up right now by his teammate. I believe that is Phil on the Jaeger who's going to try to pick him up, and never mind. Just going to let him die as Sparks is going to take out Williams. It is a 4v4 with Triax on some low health, but he has overcome the low health before. We'll see if he can do it again. 4v2, or sorry, 4-4, as Monkey is finally firing at the person, and Piano is now Zaddy gonna get another kill onto User A. Zaddy having himself a game once again. We'll see if he can't get another kill. Zaddy has finally been taken out from back. There's a 3v3. Both sides trading blows. Jimmer sneaking into the fireplace. We'll see if he can't get a kill. Sparks attempting to drone out one of the defenders. It is going to be unsuccessful. Jimmer is still below. I'm assuming to deny plant. So he has some teammates on the cams. Sparks is going to take care of him because he is aware of the plant denial. We'll see if that works out. The Monkey has finally gotten a kill onto Triax, who is low health. Monkey is now on 1 health, it seems. Sparks is going to take out Jimmer in a 3v1 situation. Phil is suddenly in on the Jaeger. He is going to swing the doorway. Gonna miss some of his shots, but Vec is gonna beam him in the head to give Houston a 4-3 deficit. And going into this round 8, they're not looking too shabby here, Ozzy.
No, you could see that just raw aggression. I believe it was User who was just sprinting through basement as Ash. It was definitely a play that happened. Not really sure where the intel was for that one, but he got pinched out by Jimmer and I believe it was Zat on the Mozzie. Usually, the attackers are pinching the defenders, but when you're just running around like that, it's going to happen to you. But Houston, they cleaned it up after that. They realized in that 3v3 that they still had the Valk to deal with on the board. He was probably going to, try and deny plant below. And, they sent someone downstairs to deal with that. And, they just took their fights on site, gained access, took control, and just closed the round out themselves.
You saw it firsthand. You can't let Houston get even a little comfortable or also try to come back and win on you. And they are a team with a strong mental fortitude, definitely displayed against the top dog of Hyper Series, despite what the power rankings say, unfortunately, as we're going to get round number 8 underway, and the Habana pick from Uik and the Buck pick from User A are going to be a little different, and we have Vac running an IQ, so a little bit of a different attacking formula, but I guess they have to switch it up since the defenders have decided to go that bar site. Upstairs control is going to be crucial, and that's where the Frost of Phil lies. He's going to be in that corner, and Buck is going to have to deal with her for at least a little while, as Frost is going to be sitting there with her deployable, going to be eventually pinched by both the IQ and the Buck. We'll see if that happens. Will the Frost swing one of them, or will she just stay put? I'm assuming she has the help of some of the Jaeger's ADSs. We'll see if that's the case, though, as she shot one of the drones. Vac is going to look to maybe hop into the window soon, but speaking of damage, Spark has taken some damage, and oh, Frost is going to peek out a little bit. Not too much, though. Still holding both of them off, and Sparks is going to get the grenade kill, and oh my, what a hop-in from Useray, but Frost denies it. What a kill from Phil, and Williams going to get taken, going to take out Uke, as a beautiful kill coming out from there. 4v2 remaining. Sparks is going to swing that window once more. The Frost has been so patient. Phil has been incredibly patient, just sitting in there, and the grenade's coming out. She knows it's coming out, and she's going to be taken away from her position. Williams taking some damage from Sparks, as Jimmer is going to get the kill onto Monkey. It's now a 4v1. Even though Williams is downed, it should be an easy revive for one of the defenders. We'll see which defender it will be on the revive. I'm assuming it's Triax, as Sparks is going to get taken out from Phil. The last kill of the round is going to go to Phil, who, in my opinion, was MVP of that round.
Yeah, they threw him in that library corner, and they told him, just don't die. And, he took that to heart. He had a little help from... I think it was Williams that was on the Jaeger on blue stairs. I was a little concerned going into that because he was playing a little far off with two people on the windows, and the IQ shot out the frost trap for that Buck. So I was a little worried about that, but he moved up and got the IQ off the single window to help Phil just win his 1v1 fight with the Buck, and those two kind of held down that round for Calgary there.
An incredible round from Calgary, especially since they lost the round before that. They now have a 5-3 lead. We'll see if they can finish it out, and if they win these next two rounds, both of our predictions will be wrong. So, Houston, give us a little magic here. Help us out with our predictions. Win a couple rounds. And the Houston side of things, their operators are kind of switching every round. It seems like they're playing the similar operators than what they usually do, but it's just kind of switched from person to person. I don't know if you're noticing that, Ozzy. What do you think of their operator lineup going into this first floor take?
Oh, for Chalet, there's it's pretty cut and dry. There's only so much you can do operator-wise and utility-wise. The only thing I really haven't seen change was Monkey on the breach. He's not having the best game, and he is subbing for him, so it kind of makes sense. I don't know if that's his normal play style. Maybe that's the issue he's having, but hopefully he's going to clean it up here. And these operators, basic for this Chalet attack, you don't really need a whole lot. So I think they can get it done here, bring it to a 4-3, but it just depends on how they play this.
We'll see if they can get this win. It honestly depends on how they attack Calgary, because Calgary is one of these teams who are so patient. They only swing when necessary, but Houston is very more prone to swinging, except for Zaddy on Calgary, who got that 4-piece earlier on. And Jimmer is going to fall victim to Sparks on a beautiful kill early on in the round. And now the Yana of Sparks going to get an early kill.
Yeah, it would seem they kind of misdrone that Solus playing behind the half wall, too.
A lot of misdroning. Oh, my goodness.
There it is.
A lot of bodies going out. And you said the misdrones are happening, and this is going to be a quick round for Houston. Calgary doesn't do something, and Williams is going to take things into his own hands. A 2v2 now. This round has gone quicker than I thought. Useray going to get Triax and put them in a favorable position. A 2v1 now, both in solar. Can Williams get the kill? Yes, he can, but he doesn't know that he's swinging from his right. This could be dangerous, and it will be, as Vac gets the kill to bring them within 1 round of Calgary. Oh my.
And almost on the back of a missed drone and a, almost 4-piece from Williams. They almost pulled that one out. I didn't really see a whole lot of what else went on that round. I know Jimmer got picked off kind of early. So, they brought what they needed to, and just they won the 1v1 in the end. Unfortunate for Calgary, but, Houston pulled that round together, even though they were a little sloppy entering the building.
Being sloppy doesn't really matter if you get the job done, and that's what Houston did. Is a little bit of some interesting droning going on there, but I think honestly the droning has been a little shaky for both teams. Calgary missed obviously the drone onto Havoc earlier on, and you said the drone was being missed on, I believe it was Jimmer, correct? Williams, yeah. As it is now a 5-4 game. Calgary has the lead, but we'll see if it sticks here, as these rounds have been kind of traded back and forth, and these Calgary boys on the defense are going to try to lock this one down. And speaking of locking it down, they have the Frost in library again. We'll see if the Frost can work some of her magic up into the library, or if she'll stay there at all, because I believe they're going to expect it this time. The Solus from Williams coming out again, and Williams has really come alive since him being on defense. He now is 8-7, and he's really putting up a performance, as you need him to be one of your top dogs if you want to take this one away, and he's definitely filling that role, as the attackers are finally making their way towards the objective, and it's going to be Yana trying to go into library, and the Frost just isn't there. So they're going to abandon the library hold, but that doesn't mean the Malusi can't have a little bit of fun just hanging out on the blue stairs. And the Mozzie hanging out near the top of the blue stairs as well, heading into mezzanine. 2 mezzanine. The defenders, Solus and Mozzie, going to be hanging out towards there, and a Malusi below. So even though they're not holding the direct library, they still have a lot of pressure around this attacker who's going to be Yana. Do you like this play, Ozzy?
Yeah, I mean, you have to hold library pretty much if you want to, play this top floor site. Because if you don't, they can cut off all your flanking angles from that side of the map on, the main stairs and the blue stairs. But, they're still giving it the attention. They got the Malusi on blue stairs and the Mozzie and Solus on top mez, as Zat takes out Havoc on the K9 window, and he's instantly refragged by the IQ.
Wow. I mean, the refrags are coming out, ladies and gentlemen. This is a refrag central, as Userai is still outside, going to try to make his way in. There's another Yana drone going in there, going to be taken out again, as she's finally decided to hop in. We'll see if she can't get a kill, as Zaddy's going to get taken out from Vac. Vac, a dangerous man wielding a dangerous gun, is going to make his way towards the piano door, as most of the defenders are holding either piano or solar. Not really much of a site presence, but Triax is going to get taken out by Userai. Phil is going to take a little bit of damage by the gun of Vac. 4 attackers, 2 defenders. Who's going to take this one? As I believe they're going to try to get a plant down. Monkey is going to attempt to plant. Phil's going to get taken out. It's a 4v1. Jimmer is going to be the last one alive. Let's see if he can't get a couple kills. He's going to get one onto Vac. Can he get a second one? He doesn't see him. Oh, unfortunately misses most of his shots. And, it was just unfortunate timing. Siege timing at his finest again, Ozzy.
Yeah, they held that library position for, a good amount of time. I think, they made the right call by falling back, but just re-swinging, your piano double door with no info isn't usually, your best choice of action there. I understand they had breach open. They were, getting ready for an execute, but I'm pretty sure they still had number advantage at that point. I may be wrong. So you can kind of play time there. Wait for that guy to take the plant. That means they're down another guy, one less gun to deal with. Then you can, retake, the plant position after that. But Houston played that really well after they took map control and they played the windows. Hold off the crosses. It was good to see from the IQ, which I believe was back. He played that just really well to
It was
get that
user A, I believe, on the IQ. I mean, it's just honestly, Houston is just kind of trading operators. It's really hard to know who's playing what operator. They just kind of trade them out. I don't know. It's crazy, but it's 5-5 now. This is closer than I could have expected. I mean, I know you guessed 7-5, but Calgary is gonna have to win 2 in a row for that to happen. But at this point, I'm pretty sure this is gonna go into overtime. I'd be surprised if it didn't go into overtime. Hopefully, one of these teams doesn't want to go into overtime and just ends it right here. We'll see if that's the case, though, or we will have extra bar 6 coming your way, as Phil is going to try to get rid of one of the attackers on one of his windows into the library. There are going to be 2 attackers, 2 windows. Let's see if Phil can survive for as long as he did the last time he was in the library. He knows a frag's coming. He's going to dodge that quickly. Iana peeking wide. Gonna try to send another grenade in there. Misses. It bounces off the window. And Zaddy's gonna get taken out early by Vac. Monkey gonna get a kill onto Williams. And it's quickly a 5-3 lead for Houston. They found their stride early on. Sparks holding the window once more. Monkey cannot get the kill onto Phil. As that rhymed, Monkey trying to send one of his ace canisters and trying to hit the deployable. Eventually does, and Phil is going to take some damage, but Monkey's going to take more damage, and Phil eventually gets fragged out. Jimmer going to get 1, Jimmer going to get 2. It is now 3v2. Jimmer is the man you want in a clutch situation. He's showing that now. Jimmer Triax are the last 2 live for their team, and never mind, Triax is going to get taken out real quickly. Jimmer in a 1v3 situation. You do not want to go down here and let Houston have match point. 2 attackers below, 1 upstairs. Can Jimmer do it? He sees the one on the stairs, but User A again in the 1v1 against Jimmer is going to win that fight, and Houston is on match point.
Yeah, I like the way they played that. They had Phil stuck in that library corner, the whole round. And they, did what they did best. They sent the rest of their guys, take out the stragglers. They brought it up to a 5v3 before one of them were refragged out, and they essentially just isolated that one guy, held him there, and won that round off what I'm looking for here, patience. They won that off patience and just relying on the rest of their guys to win their ones.
No, I mean, you kind of have to rely on your fraggers to win those ones, and I think for Houston, they're all pretty much fraggers. Same with Calgary. They all have such a big frag ceiling that it's just kind of hard to tell who's going to get the kills into any of the rounds. But if Calgary wants to stay alive, they're going to have to get a lot of kills here to send this one into overtime, or they will be taken out by the hands of Houston. And if they do, it's a big bounce back for Houston, and we'll see if that is going to be the case as we take a little bit of a check at the leaderboard. User A is still top fragging, an excellent performance, especially on the IQ on attack, and we have Sparks in second position for his Houston team. And we look at the Calgary side of things, kind of more of the same. Zaddy and Jimmer top fragging, both having double digits, and both having a big outcome on the game. We'll see if any more players get to that double-digit number. We'll have to see as the final round of regulation is underway. Round number 12. We'll see who takes it, as it is going to be a second floor hold again for Calgary. They are just going to hold that once more. And we see no Frost in library this time. Instead, she's going to be on the trophy stairs near the trophy area. And that is where the IQ of User A is lurking. 2 players on the trophy stairs going to be sitting there waiting for an attacker to hop through the window, as they are both the Frost is in trophy and the Mozzie is in solar, as Sparks has finally made his way into the library hallway, is going to grenade the castle barricade. Not a huge site presence from Calgary, so this could be very effective. Sparks attempting to head into sight, but he is going to drone it instead. A very smart play to locate some of these defenders. As Yuk is on that window, he could have an opportunity if he hops in, but there is going to be a defender holding that window. Sparks is going to get taken out from Williams. A big kill from a very good fragger, as him on the Solus is very dangerous. And it is now a 5v2 for Calgary. Phil versus two attackers outside. Who will win? We'll see, as they're both just going to hang outside the window for now, but Yuk is going to get a kill. Or sorry, Williams is going to get a kill onto Yuk. That is his second kill of the round. 5v3 is going to ensue for Calgary. Williams just still hanging out on the in the piano room up top, but Useray is going to get a kill. We'll see if he can't be a factor later on into this round. 4v3 now for Calgary. Phil is going to hold upstairs, going to hold it from Solar, going to hold onto Trophy, and it is still a stalemate here as one of the attackers has decided that Phil should not be there anymore. Is going to attempt to eradicate Phil, and Jimmer's taken some damage. Not sure from who, but damage, and Monkey as well has taken some damage. I believe it's Monkey and a Jimmer in a gunfight, and Jimmer is going to win that one. It is now a 4v2 for Calgary. That attacker on the window has to do something quick. 25 seconds remaining in the round. It's a 6-5 lead for Houston. Can they win this round? Oh, they have Diffuser now. Oh, this is massive for Calgary. They have Diffuser. And Useray is going to have to push into Solar in 10 seconds, grab Diffuser, plant. He knows he can't do it. And this is going to go into overtime. And I mean, I could not have guessed that this was going to be this close. Ozzy, this is incredible.
Yep, and overtime it is. So, I mean, it's always enjoyable when you get a little more siege out of some, high-level teams. But, that round, Houston, I mean, they lost it themselves after they lost that first guy. I don't know if they panicked or just decided to get aggressive to try and get the numbers back, but the Astros jumping in piano window, just at almost every disadvantage of the Solus holding it. I just don't think it was the move. They had the cutoff on the double window there, so I'm not sure why he decided to just jump in on him. But players make plays, and that time it didn't play out. So Calgary, they held down the site, or off site, and played their time after they had man advantage, and they won it off the back of Houston just playing like they shouldn't be.
Yeah, it was a lot of hesitation, I feel like, from the attackers. They couldn't really find a way into sight, as I think the Frost was doing a very good job holding Trophy from both Trophy and from Solar. She was doing a very good job, once again, holding down a position, just staying there. And that was the Frost of Phil. And you saw late in that round, it was the Twitch of Vac trying to take care of Phil. But Phil did not peek the Twitch. It was all about patience. And I think Calgary is a big counter to Houston with the patience game. And if they play the patience game, I think they'll have a much better outcome than Houston in this overtime if they just play this round with patience. But we have the first round of overtime underway. Calgary is going to start on defense, and it's going to be similar lineup except for Jibber, who is going to be on a Legion. Interesting choice, but I support it as he is an incredible player. And those goo mines are nothing to joke about. They are dangerous. And they're going to go for a first floor hold. This hold has been pretty successful for them, so I understand why they're going for this hold. And I believe the Frost is in her spot once more. Phil going to look to hold it for a second time. Jimmer going to take out Monkey as a frag grenade, barely missing Phil. That could have been extremely dangerous. Phil and Sparks going to battle it out once more. Sparks out of frag grenades, and Phil is just getting started. As one's going to hop through, it's just going to be one of her clones, though. And she knows exactly where Phil is. One is going to be pressuring her from below, hopefully. as that is the site. But Triax has that locked down and taken care of for her, so it should not be that much of an issue. She's completely on her own. Upstairs, though, Williams is going to look towards the window. Phil is going to take some damage over by Library. The attacker on window is going to be the right of Williams. Williams is going to swing out into the library hallway. Going to try to deal some damage onto the attacker, but fails as Uik going to get a kill onto Jimmer. Uik is going to try to hop into the window, but before he is going to do that, he is going to drone. You love to see the drone plays coming out, especially in a moment like this. As Uik is going to try to drone the defender on the stairs. And he's going to hop in and get a kill onto Williams. What a pick. And Sparks is going to get a pick himself, but Sparks is going to get taken out from Zaddy. Uik going to get a kill onto Zaddy. There's a 3v1. Triax in a bad position. We'll see if he can't clutch this one out. One firing at him from Fireplace, and he is going to be taken out again from Useray. He's having himself a game and might just get Houston this win as they are on match point here, leading 7-6.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it was the same take again. You know, they had Phil stuck in that library corner. Everyone else, you know, did their job, went around, took out stragglers, even though they lost that man, you know, that man count early from that early pick from Jimmer. You know, they held that guy down. I'm not exactly sure how they got in to get Phil. I think the Yana just jumped in through the window, and Phil just lost the gunfight, you know, on the jump in. But they executed that site really well. They got that top control and, you know, just closed in on the guy holding site, and, you know, took that one, you know, of their own accord, as you would say.
You know, they put in work there. Houston has just been grinding. Every single kill that they get is 100% earned onto these Calgary players. And, you know, Calgary, they're in a little bit of a spot here. You know, they clutched it out to bring it to overtime. We'll see if they can't clutch it out to extend the overtime into one final match where Calgary will be on the defense for. But for now, they are on the attack. And they've done pretty well on the attack, as they won their split on the attack 4-2, so they're much more of an attacking team, especially utilizing those drones. We'll see if Houston can't turn the tides, get a win here, and secure themselves 2 points, I believe. And Calgary will get whoever wins this, or whoever loses this, sorry, will be guaranteed 1 point. So it's not too big of a deal, as this round has officially started. Round number 14 is about to get started, and oh man, this is going to be a crazy one. As Uik on the Warden here, I'm not quite sure why he's going fragging ops when he is 6th and 12, but hey, he's doing what he wants, and that is something that he can totally do. As Useray has stole his Mozzie, I think that's why he went the Warden play there. Useray having himself a game, out-fragging the whole lobby, and again, gonna get a kill. Gonna get 2! Was that a pistol kill? Oh my goodness. I believe that was onto a downed person, and now they're in a hole here. A 5v3 for Houston, as Williams is gonna breach into the second floor, but not before droning there, as big 2 kills from Useray. He is single-handedly wiping out this Calgary team. They need to deal with him quick if they want to have a chance. Williams going to detonate a breaching charge on the opposite side of the map. Zaddy is going to wait for one of the defenders in the library. Again, they're going to do a library hold similar to the Calgary hold. Going to be defenders scattered near library and mezzanine, as Williams is sending an ace charge over into mezzanine. Going to wait for the defender to peek out, who just peeked out, but Williams didn't see it. It's siege timing. Williams going to get 1. Doesn't find the second, but he's going to get pinched. They're going to come for Williams. They need to get Williams off of this roam clear in order to have a secure time on the defense. But Williams is going to drone this out. He's going to find the person in library, but doesn't know the person behind him. Oh, just ran out, and that was a mistake from Useray, but Uik is going to back him up. He's going to get the kill onto Williams. It is now 2v2. Jimmer finds a kill. It's Vac and Monkey versus Zaddy and Jimmer, who will win this matchup. The Azami is still in sight with Vac still in sight as well. Site presence versus upstairs presence. And they have 50 seconds to work with. They can really do some damage from up top before they even have to go downstairs. They know that both of them are in sight. It's just a matter of how will they get the kill. As Sledge is finally broken open the hatch. 35 seconds remaining in this round. When are they going to push? They're going to have to push pretty soon, as Jimmer and Zaddy do have double-digit kills. Can they extend their score as Jimmer finds one onto Monkey? Excellent kill to get rid of him early. Vac is very patient on this angle. He knows somebody's going to come from Fireplace. They're going to drone him out. Really crucial droning. One of them's going to swing. Can he get the kill onto Vac? Not yet. They're going to have to try and play it here. Vac is going to get killed by Jimmer's pistol. Did he just run out of ammo? He didn't care. He just whacked him with this pistol, and it is now going to be overtime match point. Either team could take it here, and it's going to be Calgary on the defense and Houston on the attack. Ozzy.
Yeah, it's good to see Jimmer put us into a nice double overtime game with a pistol whip, off of a 3v5 clutch. Jimmer, Williams, and Zat, they played that great. Even though Houston, after they had that, two-man advantage, they didn't play really stupid. They didn't, get super aggressive and, itching for kills. I think, Zat, Williams, and Jimmer, they just played that really well. They didn't do anything that would, jeopardize their, 3v5 there. And, even though, it was a little unfortunate on the missed drone on the guy upstairs, he still got the pick that was, instantly traded out by the warden. But, Jimmer and I believe it was Zat at the end there, played that well in the 2v2. He got the vertical on the, one guy in sight, or the one guy in bar, and just played really well to, bring that one round in for Calgary to bring us a double OT.
It wouldn't be a Calgary-Houston matchup if it wasn't double OT. I've been looking forward to this matchup all season long. That and the Miami and Calgary matchup. It's just honestly one of these classic matchups between two teams who have been very successful all season long, and they are just continuing to impress. And we'll see which team can dress to impress. 3 minutes to decide the winner of this matchup. Will it be Calgary, headed by Jimmer and Zaddy, or will it be Houston, headed by Useray and Sparks? We'll find out in the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds, as Houston's going to go similar operator lineup, and same with Calgary, as the attackers are finally swarming near site. And I believe that is Zaddy near the solar spawn peak. We'll see if he goes for it here. Not sure he will. So he's going to just sit up top with the castle of Jimmer. Having Jimmer near you is a good sign, but Ace is going to try to breach into the upstairs. Zaddy going to try to pressure one of them off of the window. The attacker is going to fall off, and I believe that is Sparks, who is going to try to send a frag grenade in. And the frag grenade fails, as the drones continue to come in after these Calgary defenders. Houston doing their due diligence and droning here. Refire going out from Zaddy, and that's the second Twitch drone gone. That is both Twitch drones taken away from Vac, and oh my, what a kill from Zaddy. It is now an advantage from Calgary, but wait, Williams is taking some damage. Sparks gets another kill, and he gets downed. Buick actually gets downed here. It is going to be a 4v4. Now, oh my goodness, Williams gonna get 2, but Williams gets picked off by Sparks. It is a 3v2. Can Sparks get the kill onto the person down below? We'll find out, as he is above on the hatch. Very patient is going to be Phil. He hears the frag coming out. He's going to back away from his position. A very smart play coming out from Phil. 3v2 still remaining. Both attackers being very patient. They still have a minute remaining. 1 minute to find out who wins this entire matchup. As Sparks is sending a grenade down, looking to send one down, keeps faking the grenade pull, and is finally going to send it right into... Oh, Triax was down there, and he's going to take a lick of damage. He's on a sliver of health now. There's one in trophy, but I don't think Sparks knows that he has no more drones remaining. Going to be a Mozzie on the opposite side of that wall. Will the Mozzie swing Sparks? 30 seconds remaining. All Calgary has to do is play patient here, and they will have the win. Useray has the diffuser. Gonna be one in trophy. He doesn't see him. Phil in trophy is not gonna put Useray in a 1v3, but Useray can't win it, and it is going to be Calgary with the Zaddy kill to finish it off, is going to win this matchup 8-7. Oh my goodness, what a game from both sides.
Another top 4 Hyper Series Classic, ending in double OT. It's just a recurring theme at this point. Miami and Calgary was an 8-7 game. Houston and Miami was